Hey, good. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm with my homeboy, Billy. Pretty sure he's gay, but...
What's crack-a-lacking, y'all? We taking a tire off. My name's Billy. What up?
Yes.
That's right. High five.
No one's gonna do that.
Frick you.
I hope I'm leaving all of this in. All right. Well, one of us was the dumbass that lifted the truck before taking off the lug nuts. And so someone has to hold it because I'm too lazy to take it off the jack stands.
So basically, I have to pay for his mistake because one, he doesn't go to the gym, and two, he doesn't think.
One of those is true, one of those is false.
Both are true.
I don't know, man. Alrighty. Here we go. Yeah.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother. What? Give me that.
That doesn't even make sense.
How'd you get the
what? Just pull it off.
that thing? Yeah,
Pull it off.
not pulling off.
Pull it off. That's not good.
Well, you have fun with that. I just realized I'm sick.
No, you're not. Come on, Billy, show him who's boss. You got a flathead somewhere, right? Where's that flathead?
Yo.
Why'd you put your phone on my gasket?
Give me that. What the frick am I supposed to do with this?
You're supposed to get it off. There you go, see? Told you. Now, I need you to tell me, does that look like brake fluid or diff fluid?
Diff fluid.
Good. That's good.
I don't know what it looks like, but I know what it smells like.
So do I. It smells like diff fluid. And that's good. In my case, at least. Okay. So do you know what we do now?
Wait, how is that good? You don't want differential fluid in your brakes?
Would you rather have a leaky diff or leaky brakes?
In your vehicle or my vehicle?
Your vehicle.
My vehicle, leaky diff.
Okay. All right, guys, we're back. My friend called me, so we had to halt this real quick, but it's probably it's the reason of the sudden time change, but we're back, baby.
I don't want to get addicted. Yeah. Oh, you need water to survive? Sounds like something an addict would say. How fast?
We better be done with it by the time we get over there. Not that bad. Okay. Good enough for me. Probably shouldn't have done it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Are you okay?
Oh man, turns out I'm not Aquaman and I can't breathe water.
Yeah. That'd be pretty smooth.
No, I've been practicing.
No, not the chugging.
Well, the whole thing, I used to practice it a lot. That's why I'm actually able to do it, even though.
Do you need another one?
Oh, no, I'm good. All right, let's do this.
So here's the thing.
Where?
I'm trying to think.
I don't see Ben Grimm. You said here's the thing. Where is he?
I'm trying to think. How are these diffs? Here, you do me a favor. You rotate it, and I'm gonna look at it.
Okay, hold up. Give me a hot minute. Wait, what are you doing in there?
Driving away.
I thought it was already in neutral.
Look it out in neutral.
You're gay.
Is it in neutral?
Let me check.
Put that on the rim. Are you even a car guy?
Yep. This is a truck, not a car.
Yeah, but you don't just do that.
Oh, man.
Does it spin?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here it comes, baby. All right, spin it. Spin, baby, spin. All right, stop. Okay, just don't move.
Out.
That's why I asked if you're doing anything tomorrow.
I am doing stuff tomorrow, a lot of stuff.
In the morning?
Not in the morning. Why?
Well, because we're gonna be out here for a while. Come on, baby. Someone clearly doesn't want his white monster.
No.
Oh, that woke you up, huh? So the reason for my confusion is that this is the first differential that I've worked on where the pin does not come out, and it wasn't my fault. It's the Ford designed I forget what gear it is, but the bigger gear you see, it hits the pin. So in order to remove the pin, you have to uninstall that entire gear. Unless I was missing something, it just looked like that pin was machined in a way to where it was impossible to get the pin out without getting the gear out. So we ended up just leaving it in there. Probably. All right, so here's what I need you to do, Billy. I need you to call Ford up and tell them to go themselves.
Okay.
Push that right side axle in. Oh, this side's way better. Why is this side way better? Hold on.
Who's that? That is the second time they drove by. Do you guys not know that thing's for off-roading?
Push it in. Just keep constant pressure on it. Rotate it if you can. The other. Yeah. Hold on. I need a magnet.
I have a lot of magnets.
Oh my gosh.
At home.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, pull the axle out. The whole thing out. All the way.
Why?
Because we're replacing the seal. Well, guys, as you can see, it is now daytime. And the reason behind that is we were having trouble with the tool to pull the bearing out. And eventually we just realized what time it was, and we didn't feel like doing this for the rest of the night. So we ended up calling it a night, moving on with our lives. So this is me the next day without Billy, because apparently Billy has a life. I put the axle back in, so I'm going to pull it back out. Wait. got this pulling system set up, so hopefully it'll go a little bit better today. There it goes. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hey. There you go. Cool. Man, there's definitely some metal shavings in there. I don't know if we did that yesterday or if that's new. It has been leaking for a while, so I'm hoping there isn't any major issues. Okay, so I have an idea hammering this on with this, hoping the bearing doesn't get stuck with it. But it honestly might be the best way I can hammer this in right now. Whoop. Alright, well I got the bearing and the seal on. Sadly my phone didn't record it because even though I deleted like 4 hours worth of videos, it just still doesn't have any storage for some reason. So, but I got it on. I hammered the bearing all the way on with the bearing. It didn't get stuck, and then I did a very similar thing, just really slow and tedious with the seal. And I already checked the axle goes all the way back and it fits, which I mean, it's definitely not a professional grade thing, but it will work to seal the fluid. It'll be fine. All right, but I'm gonna change the drum brakes. So I'm gonna set my phone up and hopefully it doesn't cut through it or run out of storage, even though I deleted even more stuff. So, but if it does, then I'll just show you the end result, which I'm really hoping it does, because this looks really, this is the first time I've ever done drum brakes. So, hoping it doesn't cut out so I can show you guys the experience of me doing it for the first time. So, let's get to it. Alright, so I'm hoping my phone doesn't run out of storage, but I've looked up a few YouTube videos and I feel like I know enough to where I can actually do this. But I guess we'll figure that out, won't we? Now I know how these come off. I'll line it up with the hole. Okay, I see. It's kind of hard because there's not a lot of room in here. Which kind of sucks. I'm gonna take that spring off. The spring. Let's see if I can get the spring off first. I'm not. Well, there's that side. See if I can get this whole side off first. I'd like to talk to the engineers that just make every mechanic a living hell. Every mechanic's life a living hell. Oh boy. Found it. Thank God, too. That's that one off. That should be this whole. Or not. I think that's still being held on by that. Actually, might give me somewhere. Oh, it's Amazon. Jeez. Oh, might have knocked that out. smack my face. I already regret doing this. There it goes. Where the heck did that go? I'm assuming right there. Okay. There it goes. Okay. I don't know how that fell out. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. This little clip out right here. Oop. And that's what I want, but in a direction where I can actually get it out. Oh, that makes it easy. Perfect. Look at that. I just gotta put it all back together on the new brakes. How hard could that be? And where's my flat head? There it is. There we go. So that's that. Okay, then this apparently the last owner, I don't think did this, but this is apparently supposed to be on it. Okay, so I got it on. I got this sucker on here. I had my mom help me, but it's really hard to fit one person in here, so I couldn't record it. I had to move the camera, but I got it on to help my mom. So now that that's on, what else do I need to do? So is this the best next move right here, or would it be better to put this in here? Next. Come on. Okay, so if this was here, you know where it should be. That on there. Oh man, this isn't gonna be fun, is it? Where's my? Are you gonna stay? No, you're not. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay, maybe it's better to get this spring on first. Or I should probably put this on. Come on. I should probably put this back on. Okay. Oh, where are you going? Yeah, I'll deal with that later then. This one right here. This has to be on there. Thinking I should put this on first. I feel like that's just the best option is putting this on first. Here's the spring. This already sucks. Wait a minute, what? 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 there another one of these? I should just put this on. Oh shoot, this needs to go on first. Thought I remembered that. Oh my gosh. Why couldn't they have just put caliper brakes in the rear? Oh, come on. I'm just gonna play off every single time, which is great. It gets so close, and then it's just like, no, I want to explode. Ay. Okay. So now, just gotta get. See what? There is one that's not attached. Oh wait, no, it is attached. Okay, what? So, hold on. Okay. What's up?
Mind if I put like water bottles and Coke cans on your section of the fridge for like a couple hours?
Sure.
Thank you.
Ah. Come on, it's literally right there. Why does this feel like it's not like going in as far as it used to? Oh man, it's literally right there. Come on, baby. Okay. Oh no. No. Come on, please. This. Okay, maybe I can pull it out just enough. Just enough for it to give way. Yes. Oh my gosh, thank God. Thank the Lord. I'm pretty sure this comes down right here. Where's this guy? Oh, well, this lifts up. Hold on. Oops. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. And then, this is the other one. Here's the new one. Now, I feel like this is missing a spring, but I don't know. It was like this. I'm fairly sure it was like that. Okay, and this goes there. This goes here. And this one went over here. Might fit better over here on this side. Yeah. For some reason. Okay. Let's get the spring in here. Alright guys, I apologize. My phone was having overheating issues and I decided to download all of my videos onto my laptop so I don't have any more issues with iCloud storage or whatever bullcrap my phone's doing. So, but from wherever I left off, I finished the brake caliper. It took me a minute to figure out and then put back together, but it's all back together now. I put the axle back in. That fits in there now. And then I did the same thing on the other side. Did all the drum brakes while my stuff was downloading, and the other side was a lot easier. But the dumbass that did these last time, this little clip right here, he decided to bend those in and anyone that has done drum brakes before and has that, I think it's a parking brake thing, they know that bending those in, you know, it's good to keep it in there, but to take it back out, it's not fun. But yeah, the other side went a little bit smoother than this side. But yeah, it's literally the exact same thing, just inverted, like this green one's over here and the yellow one's over there, and it's literally just like looking at it in a mirror. So I'm gonna get in there in the diff and show you guys the rest of that, and then put the diff cover back on, put diff fluid back on, then the tires back on, and then hopefully that should be everything ready to go. Alrighty guys, so I think I'm ready to start putting everything back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. I'm trying my best not to, just to kind of clean everything off a little bit so that no rocks get in here, but I'm a guy working in the street. It's bound to happen, but I'm trying my best. But there we go. Yep. Now, last night this was giving me major issues, at least with the whole thing right here. So I'm really hoping that today it doesn't give me any issues. I should be using a torque wrench to tighten everything up, but I'm not going to, because I'm either just that good or that stupid. But it hasn't failed me in the past. I don't see why it should fail me now. So maybe I'm just that good. Maybe I'm just dead wrong, and as soon as I drive this out of here, it's gonna fall apart. Let me hold this. That should be good. I don't think that's going anywhere. Okay. Just making sure there's no rocks on it. Okay. Now, oh, okay, I see it. I see a little arrow in there. So I'm assuming, well, that one points out. So I'm just gonna do the opposite then. Well, I guess I'm still not used to how I'm recording everything, so I could look at my previous recording, but I'm already out here and I'm already doing this, so I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, that should be good. It's not going in there, it feels very tight. Pretty sure that's in there. So I believe it's ready to go back on. Open diffs are always really fun to look at. I know you guys can't really see it here. you guys didn't know, is an open diff. This is what's in, pretty sure it's almost in every vehicle. If it has a locker, it's probably a little bit different, especially if someone welds it. Well, if someone welds it, it's the exact same, it's just welded, but lockers are typically different, much different. This part is different. This is typically the same. But alright, let's throw this cover back on. Look at this. I cleaned off my diff cover. It's all nice and shiny. It's like rusty, shiny. Rusty, shiny. Alright, I am aware that there's still a little bit of old gasket on it. I am aware that there's still a little bit of old gasket on it, but I cleaned off all the edges, so it should be fine. I'm hoping. I guess we'll find out if it leaks or not here in a second. I do have a new one. Let's start throwing this on. Alright, well, that's on there. All I have to do is fill it up. I hope it doesn't leak out. Okay. Someone put a red Loctite on this. Not a lot, but I definitely put something red on there. That's a lot of metal shavings for something very silver. What is all this? I don't know, I can't tell if this is metal shavings or just a lot of grease. Okay. Oh, let me get the fluid. Alrighty. So I got my fluid. So I hope it's enough. Ah, no. The fuel tank's in the way. And then they got this stupid thing right here that prevents me from going in there. my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Oh, hey, look at that. 2 bottles did it. There's a little more in this one, but yeah, cool. I'm glad 2 bottles did it, because I don't have any more than just 2 bottles. Where's that screw? There she is. One more good. Oh. And was it worth it?
Yeah,
Gosh, your hands are dirty.
What's your
Buy a
name?
Little Caesar pizza or no?
What's your name? Laminate Shark or something like that?
Oh, you're making a video?
Yeah. Alright, so I cleaned this off pretty good. It's no longer covered in oil, so I think it's ready to be thrown back on. I'm hoping that this fixed the leak. Really don't want to be taking this apart again, but plus side, if it does leak, I don't have to do the drum brakes again. Alright, so let's throw all this back together. Quick. Boy. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. So basically, if you've ever done drum brakes, you've already spotted the issue. The brakes are too tight, and because this is the first time I've ever done drum brakes before, I was too stupid to realize that. Now, I've done lots of caliber brakes, and usually when they're too tight, well, usually when you take them off, I just take the old brake pads and I spread the piston apart, and then it gives you enough slack in there to be able to slip the new brake pads in there. Now, for some reason, when I was putting this hub back on, that didn't click in my brain that the brakes were too tight. So I ended up, this side ended up fitting on just well enough to where I can get it on, and then I screwed it on with the lug nuts, which, no. But I went all the way to putting the tire on. I didn't torque the tire, but I put the tire on, okay? Then I went to the other side, and the other side was way worse. Like, way worse. Like, I hammered it on, and the entire time I was hammering it on, it didn't once click in my mind. Maybe there's something wrong. And I, again, got all the way to putting the tire on, and I left it on the jacks, and I turned the truck on and put it in drive just to see if it'd rotate, and immediately, probably like went quarter turn and locked up, and the other side was spinning a lot better, but it was still very rough. So immediately I knew something was wrong, and I didn't want to do this the next day. So I ended up taking off the tires again, and I tried to take the hub off, and because I hammered it on, it didn't want to come off. So I got a hammer and a flathead, and I got the right side off. It didn't come off easily, but it came off. It eventually came off, but the other side, the driver's side, probably spent 30 solid minutes hammering it off. I learned a lesson doing this. Loosen your brakes. So eventually I got both sides off, and I figured out how to adjust the brakes. So I adjusted the brakes, and believe it or not, the hub went on without hammering it on. So I got everything back together, torqued everything, and it worked just fine. Both tires spun with ease, and I made sure it was tight enough. The brakes were tight enough to where like I could feel it like catching, but it wasn't like loose enough to where it's just like endless spinning. So the brakes are in a good spot now. So you might be wondering, why didn't I record me hammering off the hub? And first of all, who wants to see me hammer off a hub for 30 to 40 minutes? And second of all, I'm pretty sure my phone died halfway through installing the first hub. So even if I wanted to show you guys me hammering it off, I can't, sadly, because I'm pretty sure my phone died. But I guess I have some good news. Despite me not recording me hammering off hubs, I did need an oil change, and so I did change my oil. So I guess you guys get to see me change my oil. Alright guys, so it's a week later. I got it all together. Honestly, I was having trouble with my phone dying, overheating, and just full of storage. I don't know how well the video is going to turn out. But I did end up fixing it, because usually like when it sits here for a couple days, you would be able to see it dripping off the tire. But it's been sitting here for a little bit and nothing's been coming out. The rim's dry, the tire's dry. So I'm assuming all the fluid is staying in the differential. But to kind of make this video just a little bit better, I'm also going to do my oil change in this video. So that's what I'm going to do right now. It is a little windy today, so I'm hoping the audio isn't crap, but I'll try and make it a little better than editing. But I don't know how well it's going to turn out. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to open this up real quick, just so then it all flows out well. Pretty sure that's how physics work, but I don't know. That's how I usually start my oil changes. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's drain the oil real quick. Open this up. Okay. Oh, it's getting all over my hands. Man, I can hardly see in here. There it goes. Alright, so let that drain for a little bit. While that drains, I'm going to try and get the oil filter out. And what I like to do is try and get a bag around it, so then it catches all the oil, or at least most of it, so you're left with so you don't have a huge mess. So I'm going to try. I have to move my phone so I can get down there and put the bag around it, but once I'll get that around there, I'll jump back. Alright, so I got it down there, so I just got to take it off. Out of the way. There it goes. Now usually I try and go from the bottom. Man, this is not picking this up really well. But usually I try and go from the bottom, take the oil filter out, but for some reason on this truck it's easier to go from the top. That's why I'm up here on the top instead of the bottom. There it comes, there it goes. Right. See, now the filter is in the bag, at least mostly. Doesn't even look like the filter's in the bag. Luckily it's not making a mess. So just take this out. Yeah, everything has to be in the way. There it goes. There we go. There you go. The camera got like none of that. But I got the filter out. So there we go. Now I just gotta slip the new one in. Alright, now for anyone who's for some reason watching this to learn something, whenever you get a new oil filter, make sure you take this off. Otherwise your filter isn't gonna work. So there you go. That's off now. I just gotta screw this back on. Alright, so I'm gonna try and do this one-handed, but you can hardly see it, but right in there, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna focus, but right in, oh, there it goes, it focused. Those threads back there just behind the exhaust. That's where I gotta stick this thing at. So I'm gonna try and thread this in there. One-handed. Also try not to block the camera, but it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. Let's see. Let's try to stick you in there. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just stick you in there. I think I'm on it. At least I'm very close. Can't tell. There it goes. Alright, so that's in there now. And something that I literally just remembered, and I'm definitely not going to do it because I'm not putting my hand back in there to take it off, is you're supposed to put a very slight oil, like some of your old oil on that O-ring on there. I don't know if it's supposed to just help it seal better, or it's supposed to make it to where it doesn't fail when you put it on, but it's on there now and I ain't taking it off. But if you're trying to learn something, put some oil on that ring. Don't do what I just did. But honestly, I'll be fine, so. Alright, so now I just gotta put this back on here. Now these definitely don't need to be super tight. I've never looked at a torque spec for these things, but it's definitely not very high. So definitely, unless you really hate somebody, don't ever put these on super tight. It's just not necessary. That should be good. All right, so we got the filter back on, we got the plug back on, but right before we fill up all the oil real quick, all the people that actually might know what they're doing probably noticed that I didn't pre-fill the filter. And yeah, I do not pre-fill the filters because I don't care how many times they filter it before they put it in the container. If someone makes a mistake and there's just something in there that wasn't caught, and because like once you put it in the filter, it's not getting filtered at least that little bit is not being filtered when it goes into the motor. So just in case that little top bit that I put in the filter has something in that can ultimately damage the engine, I'd just rather not deal with it. And honestly, it almost doesn't matter because it gets filled with oil almost immediately after. So yeah, I do not pre-fill my oil filters. So all of the oil that I put in my engine is always filtered before it reaches the engine. So with that being said, let's start filling this sucker up. I'm pretty sure that it's literally just 5 quarts. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a first. Never done that before. Now there's oil all over the engine. Am I gonna do anything about it? Probably not. There we go. Let that just kind of drip down for a little bit. All right. Filter off. Screw the cap back on. Cool. Alrighty. Alright, so now the only thing left to do is to check the level of the oil, making sure that it's within spec. Now, this motor does take 5 quarts, but it's always good to just make sure that it is in between those, and it looks like it is about there. Yeah. So, should be good. Throw that back in there, and then there you go. That's how you change your oil. So, I hope you guys enjoyed whatever this video was. But yeah. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time.
Everybody knows that the most masculine way to sleep is only get 2 hours of sleep and then ingest unholy amounts of caffeine.
There might be a food break in between some of this though.
I don't like food.
Yeah, I know, Billy.
Actually, I love food. I just don't eat it.